Hello, I'm Lynn McNamee from Lone Armadillo Marketing. Thanks for returning. So I'm in a couple of national organizations, and the subject of branding has just come up, and wanted to share a couple of thoughts. So for one of these organizations, they did a wonderful rebranding a few years ago, provided tools for the local chapters to implement their local branding name while still remaining true to the brand standards of the national organization. Wonderfully done, wonderfully executed. Not great on the communication to the local chapters on how to implement this. And a meeting I was recently in made reference to doing local branding, but didn't qualify to remain true and consistent to the national brand. The problem is that for the momentum and impact of the brand to be seen back in that local organization, they need to leverage the impact of the national and international organizations. So basically, if you can have multiple smaller organizations as well as a national campaign all using the same branding, same logo, same colors, same fonts, it's going to make a much bigger impact and in a much shorter time that the local organization can see the benefits of. So when I was hearing some comments about developing a local version, it just made me pause and figured I'd share that with everyone out there to just kind of be thinking about, if you really want to get the maximum impact of your brand, leverage what you can, especially if you have that opportunity. What's an example? If you do home improvement and you are a reseller for a national brand, be true, respect the guidelines of your agreements, but if you can leverage what they are doing in national and local advertising, you can gain some traction and momentum leveraging what they've done. On another front, another organization I'm in had done a rebranding a few years ago and knocked it out of the park. I was not part of that project, but was highly impressed with what they came up with, because that key differentiator for a brand and a logo is, can it only be said about you? What is unique to your organization? What's that unique selling point? And is there a way of communicating that in the logo? This organization had done that phenomenal in a competitive space that also can lead to some confusion because of naming conventions, and it was perfect. And they just rebranded to something incredibly generic and outdated, and it was just heartbreaking to see. The intent of wanting to be fresh, having something new to get people energized, completely understand, but a lot of times we've seen in organizations a new marketing person comes in or new leadership, and what's the first thing they do? They rebrand because they think that that's where they'll make their mark. Well, you're trying to win the hearts, minds, and wallets of consumers, clients, and they just don't have the bandwidth, honestly, to keep up. So while your organization, you may want to do something, there might be other ways to come at it. So again, there are absolutely times when rebranding is necessary. I was recently involved in one of those projects. It was way overdue, and have received wonderful feedback and support around that, both internally as well as from clients and partners. But just be cautious about playing with your brand if not absolutely necessary. So if it's communicating the wrong message, that's when you change it. If it's not, don't touch it. So if you have questions about branding or anything marketing, I'd love to answer your question, or at least try to. You can always contact me at Lynne, Lynne, @Lone Armadillo. Hope you have a great day. Thanks.